Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. That's good. That's good. Zelensky is on the right path, and he would like to reach demilitarization of Russia's Crimea, of Russia in Crimea, through politics. Congratulations, Professor Higgins. Great job. So he wants to use politics to demilitarize Crimea. That's good. Let's see what ideas he's got. And then I will play a Russian to give Zelensky, how should I put it, an advice. Or maybe another option, a suggestion. Because I already looked through the article, so I kind of know what he wants to say. So Zelensky hopes to reach demilitarization of Russia and Crimea through politics. That's very good. I like that. That's a step forward. Sunday, 27th August 2023. So he believes, Zelensky, that when the defense forces reach the administrative border with occupied Crimea, it will be possible to, quote-unquote, push Russia to the demilitarization, end quote, of Crimea through political means. Okay, well, that's good. I hope peace comes as soon as possible. The host asked Zelensky to comment on the phrase spoken at the summit of the Crimean platform on the 23rd of August, that he is not sure that we have the right to publicly talk about the military deoccupation of Crimea today. And Zelensky says, and I'm quoting, less victims if we are on administrative or conditional borders with Crimea. I believe it is possible to political push for the demilitarization of Russia on the territory of Ukraine and Crimea. I believe that it would be better. I think, first of all, about those doing it. Okay, very good, very good. Oh, very good. And he said that at the same time. He said that supposedly Budanov, who is alive somehow, occasionally makes business trips to occupied Crimea. I don't believe it. But anyway. So it says here, Gilo Bulanov, the head of the Chief Intelligence Directorate, is convinced that Ukraine will liberate Crimea by combined means. All right, but this is impossible without military action. Okay, well, I can, if Zelensky is so concerned about, saving lives and less, how do you say here, less what? What was the word he used? Less victims. Yes, I'm with him. I have a faster idea. As a, let's say, a Russian would give him this option. Why don't you stop fighting and you go back, okay? And we do what we're supposed to do. We implement the Minsk Accords, and then after that, we're not going to have any military in Ukraine because Crimea is going to be Russian anyway. It's part of Russia, so we're going to have no military in Crimea. Only the fleet of the Russian fleet will be over there. How about that? Stop fighting, and I'm pretty sure the Russians will not militarize Crimea anymore. But they're going to push, unfortunately, the Ukrainian further westward. Obviously, I don't promote this. This is what I would promote. Stop the fighting in the first place. Go back to the Minsk agreement, even though I think that's too bad, too late. I don't think the Russians will return those territories. Why? For the obvious reason that will be a big purge in those now, let's call them occupied territories. If Russia gives back, let's say, Luhansk, Donetsk, Kherson, Zaporozhye, and Crimea, and the Ukrainians return over there, they just said, a weasel said, a female, I can't remember her name, she said that there will be at least 10,000 arrests in Crimea for the collaborators. So no, that's not going to happen. There's going to be a genocide over there. So there's no way to turn back. They went too far already. I don't think the Russians will say, you know what, let's change, let's give them back, let's go back to the Minsk agreement. No, they were burned already 2 times with the Minsk Agreement 1, Minsk Agreement 2. That ain't gonna happen unless these guys, I don't know, and that ain't gonna happen either, seems like, or at least the chances are slim. We'll find out, but maybe the Russians can give him a counter offer. Why don't you stop fighting? You go back over there. We're going to create a buffer zone. I know you don't like it. We demilitarize you. You don't get to NATO. You're going to be a neutral country. No military. We're going to control with the West what's going on over there. And you're going to be a non-country. Do you like what you got? No. Oh, well, why didn't you implement Minsk and 1, Minsk 2 agreements? You should have had the territories except Crimea. Well, we want Crimea. Well, they could have been probably arranged in a different way. Wait, I don't think the Russians would have given it back anyway. So, but at least the Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporozhye, and Kherson would have been, different. So, my friends, here it is. Zelensky thinks about less losses and victims and so on. That's good. That's good. Remember, he has at least half of the decision. He's half. If he makes the right decision, I'm guaranteeing the other ones will meet him in the middle. But the problem is, the orders did not reach Zelensky yet, so he can't do shit because he's not doing shit. He's doing what he's told to do. That's my assessment, okay? And I think it's pretty obvious. If it's not, well, let's pay more attention then. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.